A spirit that should have long ceased to exist so I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few... Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests.
Of course, Father. It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my others. You're quite well known in the organization already. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little...
All right. We don't have anything else to do right now
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, let's go. I'll take you to... We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks!
Well, when I happen to run into you, with this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supply.
Okay, we'll come with! There are all sorts of rumors about your organization, Flo, but now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house...
Well, you're more than welcome.
Linny! You're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around.
Oh, it's all right! Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her,
I heard the Traveler is so strong that I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just... Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool! Oh, wait! When guests visit, you're supposed to give... Oh, we don't need something like that. Come on! We insist! I can give you some of my new potions, huh? Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about...
ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on. I was poisoned not too long ago, and
wait, but those are the best things we can... Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone you...
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion...
Really? Awesome! It's been so long. Yeah, especially if it's...
Well, we'll talk to you...
all right, see you later.
Bye! Lenny, about all that poison!
Scared you, did it? When Foltz was really young, Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden... Chaplot is around my age. Well, I'm mainly I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk. comes the finesse.
I'm going in! Let's light it up! Eat this! Out of the frying pan, it's... Oh, hold it. This way.
Yeah. Yeah. Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Ah, allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've...
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
Oh, good.
You must be pretty...
Oh, this is the...
It seems like it's going to be fantastic.
Oh,
And after this mission,
Maybe...
is it this Paimon?
I heard that.
Oh,
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others. Yeah, we're definitely not all like that.
I know those crazies are practically foaming at
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about them.
Guess this is gonna be...
Well, that's it for the supplies.
well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like you're right. We're only here... Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead.
So, what do you think? Well, Father is always encouraged. Well, I should probably get cooking.
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Huh? Fremine? What are you doing here?
Hey, nice to see you again!
Oh, you too.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help.
Seafood soup?
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine?
It's nothing.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far...
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be...
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on.
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some...
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened?
Just follow me.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought...
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And...
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of... You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm...
No, I haven't told anyone.
For how long?
About...
So ever since we got to Poisson, then, do you...
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Chaplot nearly died that night. While I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices.
So what you're saying is, that was her?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she would. But she's been living with us, helping us from the I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Those two sure care a lot of... Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where... No way! They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Linny. I really didn't mean to drag.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as you and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you.
Oh, looks like things are getting kinda heated between Linny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them. Oh, it's raining. Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you?
everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so...
It's just a small family dispute. It's not some...
What are you getting at, Travis?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. I... just... Thank you.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to that means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and...
I've tried that already.
And?
And... nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house...
I don't know much about...
Let's see here. It's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she...
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess...
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us.
Of course.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2...
I swear.
Whoa!
Lynette!
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister? And, when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine. You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with. I heard you talking about your plan, rather than steering clear of the situation. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to
You're not giving us. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, there's no time to lose. Let's go.
I'm full. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been.
That's right. Still, when she's presented with.
Does she know that she has already...
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the house?
Huh? Isn't it the same for the knave brings you here and then you can't leave?
It's just that your name.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. In this house, some people are family and other people are just... Wait, does...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy. Perry. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Maybe we should...
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
To go outside, where the sun can find me. That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up, I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could...
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract him.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need... Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't... If the worst case scenario happens, and we're just... You too. I really hope this goes well.
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in.
What sort of unfinished
It
business?
has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some
Oh, okay. So, have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence,
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst... It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrador's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far...
And what a sweet little daydream that is. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step up...
One I could do without...
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth,
right! We're super close to Lynn...
is that so?
Well, you see?
Huh, good question.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been...
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really... Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me.
Wait, did you...
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the...
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far...
I see.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of... Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and
Huh? You're not actually from...
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it... The Primordial Sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the...
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong.
Good. Like I...
Actually, while I was recuperating at the house, I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so... friendly. The losing...
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's...
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous,
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I get the picture. Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna keel over.
All right, all right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call our...
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, well, you see,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there. Oh, I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went. Lenny, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small... Everything was fine at first. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it. Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade. Oh, yikes. That Aurora guy has a...
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation... It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but...
Wait, so that means the knave, she...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if... Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. Let's shift our attentions not to be taken... Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine...
Sorry. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little...
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past. Times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplo...
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and...
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision.
These kinds of conflicts have always been...
Well, that's true. But it just feels like I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. told me about it before. Experiments being run on children.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were...
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Whoa. Hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the...
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this...
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying, and that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal, but it looks like things are more complicated than I thought.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well, it's getting late. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm always looking forward to an early night, but hey, you don't... She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... You have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Oh, well, in that case, we should just plan on running away. We'll grab Linny and the others and we can make a break for it as fast as we can. Look! Look over there! Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees. Over there! Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast! Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy! Shh! I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting? It's better... Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that? Sure. Although, at after you hear all, everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all, as long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines. I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. If only Perry were here, she'd understand. Perry? There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with... Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. She looks so young. But it seems... it's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the net, Perry and I promised each other, but I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me. What should I do? Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the...
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran... We met the doctor back in Sumeria.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings. We're not really on the same side, so there's... I did hear, though, that when Father first became a... Father rejected most of his proposals,
Secret experiment? Could that be what Claire...
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but the details of the experiment are confidential, but I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm...
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the knave and the doctor work together to... It's just that... It doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave directly, but...
Father didn't come back last night. She's... Lynette, you're with me. Fremine... Alright, let's get...
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such trouble. So what are you planning to do now? Cat, although I must profess to being curious. Without child...
Us? Distract...
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening... Good idea. Hopefully he sees it in well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Linny and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Philly. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. They're...
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives?
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth, perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guest, I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be as for Filion and Toy and the others. I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape.
But that's...
Ah, you seem concerned. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, if their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held... Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to...
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the... Well, time to go. Looks like we... It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette, I must say. I wasn't expecting my...
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as... Although, if I may speak plainly, I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may...
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
I understand your request.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water-tasting must. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each... Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up. Not all rivers are destined...
Did you?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me...
It may have been tainted at one point in time.
I seem to recall there being a
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my force and, unless absolutely necessary,
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination...
Tartuffe. Ah, That thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case,
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy.
indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, traveler Paimon. Time to go.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers. Well, let me make it.
Oh, you don't have to give us any.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come to. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora. It's just, I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers.
Oh, thank you for your patronage. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just...
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow... That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Clairvy, are you not?
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something wonderful. Here it is. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate and...
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean...
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
There is no escape!
I will have order. Solidify.
Yoo-hoo! Fire hazard! this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care. It was before I became a harbinger. And before—
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outset, Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother. Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being—
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise, Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, they would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than to—
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to— Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy—
Friend, huh? Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determined. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoe.
Oh no. What
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years. It was during this time that Peruware suggested a new plan. If escape, Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that as a famous harbinger, Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruware could see it written all over her face. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one— Precisely. Death. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out. From that moment on, Peruware's journey was one written in flames. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps—
Crucibina, you mean? But
Correct. This is the place where Peruware killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail the moment she acted. Any conception of what was right or wrong, Peruware won the battle and became a harbinger herself.
so the Perry Clairvy was talking about, it was you all along.
I left that name behind long ago. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose— and that is where the story ends.
Yeah, based on what you just told us.
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. Of course, the chances of those shadows more— Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in—
So if all of that is true,
Indeed. She's a rather but other times she would hide. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes? The reason, but... No matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gun, but isn't there another? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them.
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow, well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrive, I do believe I've kept my end of the deal.
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute him, Winnie?
I'm sorry. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to
Huh? Are you...
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Harry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be... Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments by...
Traitors? Do you...
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz. Why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want... Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people... We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy...
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your...
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case.
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Phil. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7...
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness.
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz, we...
Chapleau, according to the rules of the house...
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did. We all come from broken families. From the very first day, but the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. Oh, so please, Father.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please. Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be. However, given the.
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of.
Wait,
Impossible. Father is way too strong. Did you hear that, Traveler? Lynn and the others have to duel the knave. What if they lose those people from the house?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow.
Oh, looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this.
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the help.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less.
Stabilize!
Is it my turn now?
Now's our chance!
Now that's more like it.
Order guide!
Is it my turn now? With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise.
Father's even stronger than I expected.
Solidify!
Spare your energy. Running is little use.
May I present? Time for a light show.
Get in gear!
Gather!
Is it my turn now?
The show begins. Torn to oblivion.
Now's our chance!
Fly tangled in a web. With these rising flames.
Stabilize!
Time to shine.
Father's even stronger than I expected.
Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals. Kindness has been seared away. My blade is
Solidify.
all that remains.
Illusion shattered.
sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains.
Look out!
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Crimson Moon. I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me. I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we...
Brother... Lenny...
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm... Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping.
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll...
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain... Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every... if you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten... In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew... Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing...
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die. and our secrets will die with you.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. Ask goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be... Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have...
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Lenny. I'll help you up.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's so speechless. Oh. Huh? That's it? You accepted it? Just... Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless... But you called on everyone to unite. To fight to a draw, you tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina. For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom...
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I...
Is that so? But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memory... Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of... You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty... I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world...
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears out for 3 days straight! Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. I was always too afraid to but at the academia, I bet you could do all... I'm just kidding. The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of... Oh no! Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super... How'd you do that? Come on, tell me! Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snake, but a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed, whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new...
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filial and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and...
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility.
I just never understood what you saw in me.
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. If reaching a certain standard were strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their